Top 10 research topics for college students. Human impact on biodiversity loss. This topic encourages you to study how human activities lead to the extinction of plant and animal species. Consider the adverse impacts of such activities as deforestation, overuse of fertilizers, hunting, and pollution. You can also focus your discussion on particular extinct species, such as the Tasmanian tiger or ivory-billed woodpecker, and examine human-related causes of their extinction. The Internet's effect on freedom of speech. Free speech is one of the key human rights in a democracy. In your paper, you can investigate the positive and negative effects of the Internet on freedom of speech. On the positive side, you can consider such aspects as increased information access, diversity of viewpoints, and a secure communication environment. Negative impacts include restrictive government policies, cyberbullying, and online censorship. Is isolation a cause of child abuse? In this paper, you can explore isolation as a common tool used by abusive parents. You can explain how physical or social isolation is often misrepresented as parents' love and concern, leading to children's distress and social anxiety. You may also suggest interventions and prevention programs to address child isolation and abuse. Negative effect of pop culture trends on youth. Pop culture significantly influences youth. It affects how they dress, what they think, how they behave, and so on. In your paper, you can focus on the negative impacts of pop culture. In particular, you can explain how it can lead to young people's violence and crime, poor self-image, and substance abuse. Also, consider strategies for mitigating these adverse effects. Pros and cons of free education. Many countries provide free education at all levels, including tuition-free college or university education. In your paper, you can explore the benefits and drawbacks of this practice. For example, examine the effects of free education on student debt, educational opportunities, college graduation rates, and taxpayers' burden. Is AI a threat to humans? While AI offers promising solutions in many areas, it also presents significant risks. The most concerning one is that AI can once become super intelligent, which can pose a threat to humanity's existence. In your paper, you can examine possible scenarios of what could happen if AI got out of humans' control. The impact of modern technology on ecology. For this topic, you can explore how technology can harm the environment. For example, consider the pollution stemming from technology production and use, land clearing necessary for building manufacturing plants, and toxic materials used in technology. Alternatively, you can investigate the positive effects of technology on nature, such as cleaner energy, waste reduction, and resource conservation. Can nuclear power be safe? This topic requires you to evaluate the safety of nuclear energy. You can approach this issue by analyzing the causes of nuclear accidents, such as the Chernobyl disaster, and investigating how modern innovations have addressed them. In particular, consider how third- and fourth-generation nuclear reactors tackle issues such as meltdowns, human errors, and accidents. Economic impact of GMO food. In this paper, you should analyze the economics of GMO adoption. For instance, consider the impact of genetically engineered crops on the money spent on fertilizers, insecticides, and herbicides. Further, you can study the effects of GM foods on farmers' revenues and the overall growth of countries' economies. Negative effects of climate change on the economy. Climate change is usually considered an environmental issue, but it also affects other areas of public life. In your paper, you can evaluate the influence of global warming on the world economy. Consider the effects of climate change on agriculture, infrastructure, productivity, tourism, and financial markets. In conclusion, suggest strategies for mitigating adverse impacts of climate change on the economy. Find more research topics on studycorgi.com.